Mercedes have been one of the most critical teams in the paddock over Red Bull's potential budget cap breach. Lewis Hamilton, Toto Wolff and George Russell have all hit out at their fierce rivals after the rumors surfaced last week. Hamilton suggested Red Bull had introduced new upgrades at every race weekend which could have had an impact on the championship ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix, he said, but what I can say is last year in Silverstone we had our last upgrade and fortunately it was great and we could fight with it. But then we would see Red Bull every weekend, or every other weekend, bringing upgrades. They had I think at least 4 more upgrades from that point. If we had spent £300,000 on a new floor or adapted wing it would have changed the outcome of the championship naturally. We would have been in better competition at the next race. I hope that's not the case. Hamilton added it was important to have transparency for the fans instead of a behind-closed-doors settlement. However, he praised new FIA president Mohammed Ben Sulayem and expects the new governance to deal with the investigation in the right way. Automotor Unsport claims Red Bull could have breached the budget cap by around £9 million, $10 mil. However, the true figure is thought to be a lot lower than this, with journalist Alexander Breckman claiming the FIA found Red Bull actually breached the budget by just £131,000, $150,000. Russell also hit back at Red Bull for going over the budget threshold. He explained, I just know from our experience within Mercedes how hard the whole team have worked to stay within that cost cap. We know we can bring more performance to the table if we had more money to spend, and it's as simple as that. I trust in Mohammed Ben Sulayem and the FIA to bring an appropriate punishment for anyone who's found guilty of the charges accused. It should be quite straightforward, and you'd expect that the amount that's gone over should be the amount that's taken off for next year's budget, and probably a bit more on top of that as a punishment. But let's wait and see. Last weekend, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff angered Christian Horner after making comments about the situation. He also stressed the extra spend could have an impact on Red Bull's performances for 3 successive seasons. Wolff commented, "Funny that Christian says that, because it's been weeks and months they are being investigated. So maybe he doesn't speak to his CFO." He added, "The crucial part is that if you've been over in 2021, then you've been over in 22. That means you have an advantage in 23. If it's true that they've homologated the lightweight chassis this year, they may use it next year. So it's really a cascade of events that can be influential in all of the 3 championships." Horner responded that Mercedes and Ferraris' remarks were defamatory and were bang out of order.